Hi everybody. For tonight's class, I'm going to be using a foam roller and a Flexband and also a wall. So if you can make sure you have access to those things. If you don't have a foam roller, it's okay. But I do hope everyone has a Flexband. And if you don't, you can definitely do these exercises without one, but it's gonna add a lot if you have one. Okay, so I'm going to start tonight by just going ahead and sitting on the foam roller. And I'm going to go straight into rolling out just the sides of the glutes, some tightness in those glutes. We've had a request for some exercises or some work to loosen up the tightness around the hips. So all you're going to do is sit on the right side of your bum on that foam roller. Now this obviously takes a little bit of upper body strength as well, because you're having to push yourself off of the floor a little bit. As you're moving around, don't stay in just one spot. Just kind of move your legs from side to side a little bit, and it'll go around a lot of the tight points instead of just staying directly on it. So again, what I like to do is just let my knee go out to the side and then around, so you can see how that feels. And if you do find a spot that you're like, I just want to go back and forth over top of that, you can do so. Let's not stay on it for too long though. All right, we're just going to go ahead and do the same thing other side. So I'm just going to kind of flip over here and do the same thing. And again, with my left leg, because I'm on my left hip right now, or my left glute med really, I'm going to start moving my left knee inwardly and outwardly as I go through this movement. And just see what that feels like. And trying to push yourself up from the floor through the palm of that hand. And do a few more of these. And again, if you find a spot that you think, oh, I really want to stay there, you can do that. But maybe try to roll back and forth over top of it and maybe around it, instead of just kind of staying on one spot. All right, now from here, I'm just going to go ahead and curl all the way down so that my low back is just off of the foam roller. I'm going to place my hands right behind me. My palms face the foam roller. I'm going to roll up and then back through. So I'm not going onto my sits bones. I'm just rolling over my low back and then come back through again. So again, I'm just rolling over my low back. I'm keeping my tailbone tucked under instead of letting my bum drop to the floor. I'm really lifting my bum up and rolling over that low back. And let's just do one more of those, rolling over the low back. I'm actually rolling onto my hands a little bit too. And now go ahead and roll on down the foam roller. I'm going to place my hands to the sides of the head, and I'm going to roll up my back by drawing my bottom toward my knees and open the arms out to the side. And then the elbows come toward one another as I come back through and sit back down. So lift the bum up toward the ceiling and open those elbows out to the side and then come back through. Now we're not going up onto the neck, and we're not going, again, we're not sitting on top of the foam roller. Obviously, I'm just rolling from my upper shoulders all the way down to my lower mid back. And again, inhale to lift. Now I'm obviously using my back of my legs, my glutes as I lift up, rolling over that mid part of the back. You might hear pops and cracks. This should feel pretty good, especially for those who sit a lot. And then one more time, coming back. And now we are going to sit down so the bottom is directly on the ground. And both elbows come toward one another. And from here, I'm going to inhale as I open my elbows out to the side, lift the breastbone up, and exhale, come back through. Let's just do this 5 times. So just going through a little passive extension, inhaling and exhaling. Letting that neck go, your chin lifts a little, and exhale. And then one more time, just like this, inhaling back, and exhale, come all the way back through. Place your hand behind your right knee and go ahead and sit all of the way up. Okay, I'm going to turn around and I'm going to go directly in front of this foam roller, and I'm going to place my body over top of it. So my knees are just off of the foam roller and my hands are walking out in front of me. And all I'm going to do is push myself over the foam roller and then pick myself back up again. Again, this does take some upper body strength. I'm just going up to my upper leg, so the upper part of my thighs, and then down to the point right above my knees. So I'm just rolling back and forth. Use those hands to push into the floor to pick you up through this extension, and then come all the way back through again. You can even lower your elbows down, and again, inhale to lift. And exhale. And let's just try one more time, lifting up and coming all the way back through again. And we're going to go ahead and come all the way off of there and come into kneeling position. So I'm going to be on kneeling position. You don't have to have a foam roller for this. You can just be in a kneeling position, both hands on the top of that foam roller. And as you inhale, slide that foam roller away, deep breath in. My hips are going high to the ceiling. And then as I exhale, I'm coming back through this rounded position. It's like a cat-cow. And again, inhale, go through this long reach. Now this is going to feel really good on a lot of people who have tightness in their arms. Curling back up. And again, the chin's going to lift slightly, and then my breastbone lifts. I'm reaching through those arms. The breastbone goes to the floor. And then as you exhale, really round, 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 draw the chin to chest, rounding. And let's do 2 more of these. You're going to start feeling those legs wake up a little bit as you're doing this. And exhale. The glutes, back of the legs start kicking in here, and the front of the legs too. And again, inhaling to lengthen, and exhale. Drop that head. Let's do one more time here. Inhale, reach long and away. And exhale, round, 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 all of the way back up. And go ahead and pick that foam roller up. And again, you don't need a foam roller for this next one. I'm going to put mine to the side here. From here, let the left arm come up toward the ceiling. And we're not, for this one, I don't want the hips to go out to the side. So my hips are going to stay really level. They're here. I'm going to lift up and over away from my hip and touch toward this foam roller or toward the floor. Come all the way back up, and other side. So inhale, lengthen up and over. You might touch the floor, you might not. And again, inhale, up and over. I'm lifting up away from my hip. Come all the way back up. The palm goes toward the ceiling. The other palm is facing you. And you might touch that floor. You might not, it really depends. So we're lengthening, obviously, the whole side of that body. Reach, come all the way back. And again, inhale up and over. Let that head go a little bit. And one more each side, lengthening. Nice. And one more time here. You can do this seated in a chair too if this is too much for anyone. We're going to wrap around, place both hands on the mat. Spread the back wide up to the ceiling. Let the head drop. Take 3 deep breaths into the back. Inhale. And exhale. Almost like as you take a breath in, you're spreading your shoulder blades wider. Deep breath in. And exhale. And one more time, really deepening through that mid-back, inhaling. And exhale. Go ahead and come back up, and we'll do the same thing, other side, up and over. I'm going to wrap toward the floor. Both of my hands go into that floor. Deep breath in between those shoulders, inhaling. And exhale. Let that head go. And again, inhale. And exhale. And one more time, inhale. And exhale. That feels so good right between the shoulder blades. And now you can release. Awesome. We're going to place the foam roller to the side. Okay, I'm going to take my Flexband. And for now, I'm going to actually place the Flexband, believe it or not, right behind my head here. And I'm opening my arms out to the sides. I know I look like I have a headpiece on. Arms out to the side. And I'm going to gently press my head into the band as my arms open out. So see if you can feel that. I'm going to draw my hands toward one another slightly. I'm not pulling on my neck. I'm not pulling on my neck at all. I'm just going to come through chin to chest. And then gently press back into the band as you open your arms out to the sides. So let's do that again. So again, I'm going to come through here. I'm not pulling on my neck. This is just guiding me a little, but I am on the way back. I'm pushing back into that band, drawing my chin to chest. Not too much with that chin to chest though, it's just slight. So for those overachievers out there, ease off of this. This should just feel like a little bit of feedback, a tiny bit of feedback. We're gonna do one more time. Inhale, this goes slack. And exhale, come up, up, and up. Now stay here. I'm gonna reach my hands out in front of me and continue to just gently press your head back toward that band, very gently drawing the chin to chest. And then inhale, let your eyes look up toward the ceiling. And again, exhale, very gently, chin to chest. I'm barely pulling on this. It's just a little feedback, just a tiny bit of feedback. And again, exhale. Inhale. And one more time. Now let your eyes go directly to center, and I'm going to look to the right and look to the left, just keeping your head back toward that band. Do that again, looking to the right and looking to the left. Now you can let go of the band, and I want to continue with this, imagining that you're continuing to press back gently against that band as you use your eyes to allow your head to move to the right and to the left. So I'm going to look to the right, let my eyes look toward you, and then to the left. And again, I'm looking toward you and to the right. So using those eyes to track that head movement. And you can look at something farther away than looking at your screen. So find something to look farther away in the room at. And one more each side, but again, continue to gently draw that chin to chest, pulling that head back, and come all the way back through. Now, if it's too much to sit like this, you can sit crisscross applesauce, or you can sit into a chair. So whatever feels best for you. I like to sit like this. From here, I'm going to draw my right ear toward my right shoulder, and I'm just going to feel this stretch right through here. You're trying to keep the shoulder gently open. So I'm rolling forward a little bit today. I'm going to think about pushing my shoulder open. I'm using my hand as a little feedback here. Just opening up. I'm going to use my other hand as just a very gentle weight. I'm not pulling at all. I'm just giving myself a little added weight, pushing that left shoulder open and gently weighting my head. Deep breath in, inhale and exhale. But don't let the weight of your head start going forward on this, you guys, okay? So again, we're imagining we still have this flex band behind us, and so you're kind of being pulled over in this neutral, on this neutral plane versus going through flexion. Now let your eyes look under your right arm. And again, you can draw that chin to chest and very slightly give yourself a little bit of weight. Not much at all, just a little bit. Keep breathing here. And then come all the way back up to center and just see what that feels like. For me, I have way greater range of motion now to this side and also this way. So let's do the other side, okay? So again, I'm gonna allow my shoulders to stay open, my head still pushing into that imaginary flex band, and I'm gonna let the left ear go toward the left shoulder, okay? I'm gonna make sure this right shoulder doesn't draw in. So if you wanna use a little tactile feedback and kind of use your hand to push, you can. Use your left hand to give yourself a tiny bit of weight. We're going sideways right now. And again, continue to sit up. Again, if you need to sit like this, totally fine. I'm gonna hold this position. And just a few deep breaths in. No tugging, please. No tugging. Deep breath in. And exhale. Inhaling. And now you're gonna look under that left arm. Again, just a little bit of weight here. Continue to breathe. And again, deep breath in. And exhale. And one more breath. Come all the way back up. And again, wow, yep. For me, I go way farther now with this range of motion. And again, here. So just let that head move from side to side. Last but not least, we're going to do a little trick here. I'm going to place my hands back behind me, and I'm going to lift my feet up, and I'm going to wiggle one at a time. Just move one at a time, just wiggling through those feet. You can do them both at the same time if you want to. Yep. We'll go through those ankles, through those feet. This takes a little core strength to keep your feet up like this. So again, you can do one at a time if you want. Or you can lie down your back and just wiggle your feet out. And now sit back up again. And again, we're going to move that neck from side to side. And here. Now all I want you to do is make a few circles. So big circles. Again, I'm letting my eyes go with this motion. And let's reverse direction. Try to keep those shoulders gently open. And one more time. And now let's go ahead and release that. I'm going to take the Flexband and place it just under my feet and draw both elbows to your sides. Now this should be some weight, so I'm going to pull on this so I can sit all the way up tall. As I inhale, I'm going to reach my arms out in front of me like a V and push into it like I'm pulling the band apart and draw the chin to chest. And then sit all the way back up and pull the elbows to the sides. So again, I'm reaching those arms. I'll come towards you. I know it's funny. I'll come towards you. I'm going to reach those arms out like this. See that V shape? And I'm going to pull on it very gently. My palms are facing behind me as I draw my chin to chest. And then sit all the way back up and pull the elbows to the sides. And again, inhale, thumbs go down. Gently pull, chin to chest. And then sitting back up and pull this way. And two more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale to go forward. Exhale, get that pull. Inhale, release. And exhale to pull. I'm going to loosen the choke on this a little bit. So I'm going to go farther forward this time. And this time I'm going to pull my hands back behind me and reach. Do this 5 times. Exhale. Inhale. And again, now if you don't have a Flexband, you can just follow this motion with your hands. And last 2. One more time. Pull. Think of lengthening through the whole back line of the body. Sit all the way back up again. Okay, so from here I'm going to choke up on this again so it gets tighter, pulling these elbows to the sides. So I have this tightness here. And then I'm going to reach both hands directly out in front of me. So both hands here. From here I'm going to start curling down, 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 away from that Flexband. Before I touch the ground, I'm going to go ahead and come all the way back up again. Let's do that again. So as you exhale, deepen, deepen, deepen through those low abdominals. You can have a slight bend in the knees if you need that. And then inhale, sitting all the way back up. And again, exhale, deepen, deepen, deepen. So we're lengthening through the back of the body as we're coming down. So we're curling down, 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 stretching out that back of the body. We're going to hold here this time. Stay. You're going to place the hands toward one another. So my fists are kind of like this. And my elbows are bent. I'm going to pull this weight to me. Inhale, release. And again, exhale. Every time I pull, I'm going to deepen through those low abdominals. Again, if you want a slight bend in those knees, you can have that. Your mid-back is going to stay nice and active. Exhale, deepen. Inhale to reach. And again, exhale, pull. See how my neck is back still? So my neck is still back, just like I have that Flexband right behind my head. My chin is not jutting forward, so be very cautious with that. And 2 more. And then 1 more time. Now I'm going to hold here. I'm going to go ahead and sit all the way back up. I'm going to round over top of my hands. Take the hands out to the sides and pull those arms back behind you. We're going to reverse that. So we're going to come up. I'm going to go through this half roll back, deepening, deepening, deepening. Pull the hands towards your chest as you round over your hands. Reach the hands out to the side. Thumbs go down and pull. So you see we're marrying some movements here. Articulate all the way back up. Those hands come together and exhale as you curl. Keep the hands towards your chest. Round, fold over your hands. You deepen through the abdominals for this flexion. Hand goes out to the sides, thumbs down, and pull. Come all the way back through. Articulate back up. And let's do 2 more. Exhale to deepen. Inhale to stay. Exhale, flex. Inhale, lengthen those arms out. And exhale, pull. Inhale, release. articulate back up. And one more time, exhale, pull, inhale to stay. Exhale, go through this flexion. Inhale out and exhale, pull. Come all the way back up to seated. The palms are going to go out in front of you. We're going to curl back ever so slightly, not too far, and then pull both hands to you. Inhale to reach. So some bicep curls. Now you can do this with no weight. Obviously you can put a little soup can or hand weight in your hand, or you can use the Flexband. But what I want to pay attention to, see my elbows are not changing in space. They're bending, but they're not dropping and they're not elevating. I'm keeping them right there. My shoulders are nice and strong. My chin is coming to chest slightly, and I'm not letting that head drift forward. So see if you can find that form. And again, you might have something else in your hands. Here you might have a soup can, a slight weight. And two more. And one more time. Come all the way back up again. We're going to go directly into a little rotation. Now, if you've done Pilates on the reformer, you've seen this before. I'm going to curl and go through a little pull back. Inhale and exhale, like a little row. I'm deepening here. Inhale and exhale. Inhaling again and exhale. So you're going to stay strong in that back. I'm giving that little pull, that little tug through that rotation, and by digging down through that back arm, pulling back. Some people might feel when they're going through this, especially with the Flexband, you might feel some of the tightness that's in your arms. If you have tightness, you might feel a little neural stretch sometimes, people find. And let's do one more each side. So this is the last set here. So one more each side, starting here. Exhale, inhale, and last time. Come all the way back up, and you can go ahead and release that. We're going to bend both knees to us and go straight into rolling like a ball. So again, with rolling like a ball, the back of the legs keep this shape. The hands go here. Elbows are going to go nice and wide, legs together. Start by deepening through the abdominals as you curl down and come back up. Now this might be too hard for some of you, and if it is, you can keep your knees bent and just work on curling down this way and back up. Or you can lie down on your back and do a few hip rolls where you roll up through your spine, lifting your hips to the ceiling. For those of you who can stay with me, we're going to go ahead and curl and all the way back. Find your balance. And again, exhale. Inhale, find your balance. And again, that chin to chest, that neck is not going to drift out in front of you. You're not going onto your neck when you roll back. You're going right around the shoulders. And again, exhale. Inhale, balance. Three more. Exhale. I'm not flinging those legs around. And last two, keep those inner legs gently active. We'll do one more time. Come all the way back up, and you can go ahead and let that go. All right, so we're going to come all the way over onto our belly and do a little extension. So important. If you have something to wrap your Flexband around, go ahead and do so. I don't have anything today, so I'm not going to be able to use it. Nothing to wrap mine around, which is unfortunate. Legs are open out to the side, kneecaps gently lifted. My hands are going to go out in front of me. My palms are down for now. And I'm going to gently push my palms into the floor and draw my shoulders down the back, almost like I'm kind of pulling the floor closer to my body. I'm trying to kind of pull with my hands gently into the palms to get my shoulders more connected. From here, my nose is hovering right above the floor, kneecaps gently lifted, toes touching the floor. I'm just going to hold this position. So we're just holding for a few counts. So I think of almost elongating, like my toes are growing longer away from me, my head's growing longer away from me. I'm hovering my head right above this. I'm getting super long and strong through my arms and through my legs, and using my palms to draw those shoulders toward me. Keep holding. From here, I'm going to let my hands start swiping toward my hips. My thumbs open toward the ceiling as I lift slightly, and then I'm going to come all the way back down. So again, I'm going to inhale, open, and exhale. Now I've changed the arm position today. It's fine. My pinkies are going to go toward the floor. If that's too much for anyone, do the opposite. Your hands can stay down or your thumbs can go to the floor. But today, for me, I'm going to keep my pinkies toward the floor and come back down. Let's do 3 more. Inhale, lengthening through the crown of the head, coming back. And last 2, use that breath on the way up and back. And last time. And come all the way back through. And now you can release. Place both hands directly under your head. Kneecaps stay gently lifted. And again, shoulders stay down the back. I think of pressing my elbows toward the floor for a little, almost like a triangular push into the floor. Kneecaps lifted. From here, see if you can lift one leg up without changing anything else in your spine. Now, if this is too much for you, you can definitely roll up a towel and place under your hips if you're feeling this in your low back. But we're going to try to see if we can get through the extension through the back of that leg. So a little lift up through the back of that leg, lower, and then other side. So like swimming. So we're going to lift and lower, lift and lower. This is so good for you. If it's too much, you can also just lay all the way down on the ground and just see if you can try to strengthen that upper backmost part of those legs. So you're lifting from there. So seeing if you can lift. I'm not lifting as high as I could. I could lift really high. I'm not lifting that high. I'm just a tiny lift. So nothing changes in my lumbar spine. For those of you who can, go ahead and lift up through the breastbone a little bit more. And you can put your hands wider to the sides like this. If you can find that, go ahead and do so. And one more like that each side. On the next one, I'll show you real quickly. I'm going to dive forward with my hands. My thumbs come back toward my side as I lift up. And as I come back down, I'm going to lift both legs. So I'm going to reach those arms out in front of me, grow longer through the crown of the head as I pull, come back down, and draw the elbows to the sides, lift both legs. Let's do that again. So inhale and exhale. Lift both legs. One more time. Come back through. Lift both legs. Now I'm going to keep my hands to the sides. I'm going to gently press into the floor as I lift up. And as I go forward, now if this is too much for you guys, stay with what you were just doing. But as I go forward, I'm going to lift both of my legs up as I dive. You can watch me for a second. I stay in extension. My head never drops. So I'm going to lift and come back up, catch myself. So use the back of those legs, dive forward, come back up. Lift, come back up. So this is a more advanced move, obviously. So if this is too much for anyone, please stay with the moves that we were just doing. Let's do 3 more. Come up. Inhale. Inhale, one more time. Come all the way back through. We're going to go directly into child's pose. Pull those hands towards your side and take a few deep breaths in. And exhale. And again, deep breath in. And exhale. And then when you're ready, come all the way up onto your hands and knees. All right, I'm going to take that left leg directly back behind me, push through the left heel, and then lift up on the tiptoes. So then I'm going to push through that back heel and then lift. So I'm mobilizing that ankle joint. As I'm mobilizing that ankle joint, you'll notice you're also mobilizing your wrists. So I'm going into a deeper flexion of that wrist. And one more time. Good. Now as you go forward, I want you to lift that back leg. We're going to go back again into that ankle press and then push off your toes and lift that back leg. So dropping down, push through the ankle. Now imagine that again, that Flexband is behind your neck. You're still pressing your head back gently toward that Flexband. Lift. Okay, we're going to do 3 more. Push off those toes and lift that leg up without swaying through your back. And one more time, we're going to hold here. If you can, go ahead and lower down onto your elbows, and that leg's going to lift higher. We're going to hold this position for just a second. Hold it. So you can strengthen through your upper back. Shoulders are nice and broad, but not overly rounded. From here, all you're going to do is lower that back leg to touch the ground and exhale, lift it up. Inhale and lift. Now, for those of you who want more out of this, you can always use a flex band around your foot as you're doing any of these motions. And again, lift. Inhale, and 3 more. And last 2. Keep pushing yourself up away from the floor. Awesome. Now on this next one, we're going to hold there. Flex that heel towards your bum, point to reach. And again, flex and point. If this is too much for anyone, come up onto your hands and knees. You can take a break. Coming down closer to the floor like this is a little more challenging, so you could stay up like this and do this from here, or you can be down. Either way, one more time, flex and point. This time, last thing, we're going to flex. Lower to touch the ground and exhale, push. Inhale. Keep those low abs connected. You're not going to arch that low back. If you can help it, 2 more. One more time here. Go ahead and lower that leg. Come again all the way into a child's pose. Reach your hands out in front of you if you can, and your forehead goes to the floor. We're just going to breathe here for a second. If this is too much for anyone, you can sit up with your knees bent towards your chest, or you can lie on your back. And again, one more breath here. We're going to come all the way back up and do the same thing other side, okay? So we're going to start here nice and strong through that upper back, not overly rounded. You're picking yourself up against gravity, chin to chest, press that head against that imaginary flex band. We're going to take these toes back, tuck under. Notice I'm going to press through my heel and then point through the toe. And again, press through the heel and point. So press and point. So just getting a little ankle mobilization there. And point. And last 3 should feel pretty good, especially for those of you who have tight ankles. And then one more time, for those of us. And now we're going to push off and lift. Yep, so inhale back. I take my hands out in front of me more so that I can get this a little more dynamic. So if you reach your hands out in front of you farther, you'll have farther to go here. And again, inhale and don't go too far though. Inhale back and push. Lifting that leg up into a straight line. Let's do 2 more. So you're really digging down through that leg that's on the ground to lift you up. Your arms are strong. I'm going to go ahead and lower down onto my elbows, and I'm going to continue to stay strong through my back and hold, hold, hold. Lift that right hip up higher than you think it should go. Inhale, lower that leg, touch the floor, and exhale, lift. Inhale, and touch and push. Inhale, you can point and flex that ankle if you want to. Either way is fine. And let's do 3 more. I know you're feeling this because we just really worked the other side. These are so good for you. Check in with that neck. And one more time, we're going to hold, hold, hold. Again, if you need to come up, you can onto your hands. We're going to flex that heel and then point. Think of almost like pulling something in with that foot and reach. And again, so squeeze through that hamstring and point to lengthen. Flex the heel, squeeze, inhale, point. 3 more. Reach. Last 2. One more time. And point. This time we're going to stay there, hold, lower, and kick. Mobilizing in that hip joint, keeping the back still though. So it's truly the hip that's moving. And 3 more. Last 2, check in with that neck. One more time, push, push, push. Come all the way back through there. And again, you can go ahead and bend all the way back and stretch out that back, chin to chest. Okay, you guys, we're going to come all the way up from there. Are you okay? Last but not least, I'm going to come onto my hands and knees one more time, and I'm going to take, I think I'll take my left foot back first, and again, point through those toes. So I'm pressing my heel away from me, not point, I'm sorry, push through those toes and press the heel away from you. From here, I'm going to take my left arm and I'm going to swing it up toward the ceiling as I take my right foot back behind me. So I go through a little assisted side plank like this. We're just going to come back out of that. So see if you can get that rotation of that foot and come up into your little assisted side plank. Come all the way back through. So you're really pushing yourself up, away from the ground. Push up. One more time here. You can also just stay with that foot in that position and just play around with lowering the arm down and coming back. Now from here, I'm going to reach through my toes, reach that arm overhead and get a long side twist or side stretch and come all the way back up again. Let's do the other side. Okay, so again, all we're doing here is I'm going to take that leg back behind me, push through the heel so you get the back of the leg nice and active. And from there, I'm going to take my other foot, my left foot, and take it out to the side and come over into a little side plank. I'm a little farther than a side plank. It's like a little bit of a bend. I'm really pushing up. Come back through. And again, really push up against gravity. Push. Yep. And come back through. And again, so I'm not in a direct straight line. I'm pushing up a little bit higher, but it looks kind of like a side plank of sorts. Let's do one more time. Coming over, hold, and now reach that arm away, reach that leg away, side bend, come all the way back through. Awesome. All right, we're going to go ahead and come all the way down onto the ground with both of our feet on the mat. Okay, so from here, let's just take note for a second. You can take your arms out to the side. Move that neck around a little bit. So make sure you didn't get too tight in the neck while you were doing some of these exercises. We just did a lot. So we're going to make some little circles. So all I want to do is move your head around in a circle. You can keep your eyes open and use your eyes to help direct the circle or not. You don't have to. And then you can do the other side, other direction. Just moving that head around gently in that circular shape. I'm going to have you take your hands, your fingers, and place them on your shoulders, like the front of your shoulders. Let the shoulders turn in towards your hands. So I kind of round up my shoulders forward and let your chin lift. I just want you to feel what that feels like. So the chin lifted and the shoulders rounded forward. From here, I'm going to gently draw my chin to chest as I push my shoulders open. And we're going to hold this for a second. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Do that again. Inhale. And exhale. Keep that chin and chest. One more time. Inhale. Let your tailbone relax. And exhale. Let's do that one more time. So again, the way we got into that is we first rounded the shoulders forward. Notice how that brought my elbows off the ground. I'm going to lift my chin up. A lot of times I'll see people get on the ground and that's exactly how they are. They're in this position. And so what I want to do is I'm going to place my hands on those shoulders and I'm going to start pushing them open, drawing my elbows open too, and draw the chin to chest. See how that feels. Just deep breath in. And exhale. Give yourself a little tactile feedback, kind of pulling on your skin, opening those shoulders up. And again, inhale. And exhale. Keep that chin to chest. One more time. And exhale. Let both arms go directly out to the sides. Let those arms swivel overhead just like you're doing a snow angel. And then as you exhale, draw them back down to the side. So you're going to inhale to open and exhale. Palms are up right now. Inhale and exhale. As you take those arms overhead, those scapular bones are going to elevate and rotate a little, and then they come back down. Keep the front of those shoulders open. And one more time, keep that chin to chest. Now from here, let your palms come facing your body. So they're turned to face the body. Thumbs are up. Arms go up toward the ceiling. Circle the palms toward the ground and pull your thumbs to you. So I'll do that again. So my pinkies are on the floor. My thumbs are to the ceiling. I'm going to lift up and back behind me. And then I'm going to flip so that my palms touch the ground. Can you guys do that? Yep. And then pinkies on the ground again. Okay, so I'm going to lengthen, flip, palms face you. They go over. Palms are going to rotate to touch the ground. Let's do that again. Palms face you. They rotate to touch the ground. Keep that chin to chest if you can. Let's do one more time. And rotate. We're going to reverse that. So now palms up. So my palms are up on the ground. Take them back. And as I come back through, the pinkies kind of slice back through, so my pinkies touch the ground. Open those palms up, and then the pinkies slice back through. Inhale, palms open, and exhale. So I'm using those hands to get some shoulder movement. You could probably feel that, especially on the other direction. A lot of times when those palms go down, you can really feel that in the shoulders. Let's do one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and place both hands on the ground. We're going to draw the knees toward you, not too close though for those of you who are really hypermobile. The feet are just going to be slightly kind of under the knees. And from here, let both knees open out to the side, both arms open. As you exhale, squeeze everything into center and let your bottom hover right above the ground. Just hover. We're going to drop back down. So that bottom drops to the ground, open knees, open palms. And exhale, squeeze together, get your foot nice and grounded, and then push so that you hover right above the ground in a neutral plane. I'm not tucking under here, okay? I'm in a neutral line. Okay, it's just a little hip lift. Okay, we're gonna open again. Inhale, drop those hips to the ground, and exhale, squeeze, 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 and push into the floor, get into that little hover. I'll lift my shirt up so you guys can see that. And again, I'm gonna drop my hips to the ground, open knees, open arms. Exhale, squeeze, push into the ground to lift your hips to hover right above. Little levitation there. Two more. Inhale and exhale, squeeze and lift. And one more time. Inhale and exhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Like you have something right between your hands. You're squeezing, right between those knees, squeezing. We're going to hover in this lift. Hover, hover, hover. From here, you can walk your feet closer to you if they feel too far away, but don't round that back. From here, lift up the heel of the right foot and push that foot into the ground more. Push, 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 push. Drop that heel. Do the other side. So lift the heel, push. You're going to almost feel like that hip's lifting a little higher. Drop it. And again, lift and push. Activate through the back of this leg, the glute, drop, lift the heel and push. Push, 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 and drop. We're going to lift both heels. So lift those heels, push into the ground. Let those hips lift higher, 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 higher. Drop the heels and come back down to that hover. So again, we're going to lift on the tiptoes, push up, 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 up through those hips, hold, drop the heels, ground those heels, and lower back down. Now, if you find this is too much on your low back, go ahead and deepen through those abdominals a little bit more. So sink in and up through those low abs if you need to. And again, lift through the heels, lift up. Those low abs are connected. We're coming up in a straight line. Drop those heels, drop back through. One more time, lift, squeeze, up, 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 up. Now stay here, drop the heels and lift. Drop and lift. I'm really strong right now through that center line. Lift and lower. Two more. Inhale. One more time. Lift and lower. Keep those heels here. Hold, hold, hold. From here, we're going to roll down one vertebra at a time. I'm going to change this up today on you guys. We're going to lift straight up and then roll back down. Okay, we're going to lift straight up and roll back down. Lift. Squeeze through the glutes, back of the legs. As you exhale, roll back down one vertebra at a time. Release those hips. Glutes, back of the legs, lift. Exhale, roll. Release those hips one more time. Lift, staying strong in that core, rolling back down. We're going to reverse this. So now we're gonna roll up. So tuck that tailbone under, rolling up one vertebra at a time until you're in this long line, and then release the hips to drop. So again, exhale, deepen, 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 roll up, 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 up through the straight line, release the glutes in the back of the legs and drop. So again, exhale, deepen, under, rolling up, 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 up. Think of squeezing a little block right between the knees, release the hips and drop. And one more time, exhale to roll up. I know you're starting to feel this. Release the hips and drop. Stay right here. As you exhale, deepen through your core muscles. So use that exhalation to stabilize. Bring your right knee to you. You're going to lower that leg to the ground and bring your left knee to you and switch. So I really want you to stay nice and strong through your low abdominals. Now, a lot of times I see people do this. They just lift the leg up and down from the knee. See what I'm doing? I'm just lifting from the knee. I don't want that. I want you to bring the knee closer to your chest and away from your chest like that. So I'm lowering away, away. It's from the hip. My knee's not doing this. So again, we're gonna lower away and away. So you can even add a little push of that knee if you want to, like you're pushing it away, and push. And again, use that core to stabilize you. Palms face you. Those shoulders stay nice and open like we set you a minute ago. So don't let those shoulders roll in. 2 more. Chin to chest, nice and long through the back of the neck. And 1 more set. I know you're starting to feel this. And now you can go ahead and place both feet down. Let both knees go to the right. Deep breath in. Just stretching out this hip a little. And exhale. Both legs to the left. And again, deep breath in. Coming back through. 1 more each side. Deep breath in. Trying to keep the opposite shoulder open if you can. Come back. And last time. And come all the way back. And now you can go ahead and roll all the way over onto your side. Okay, both knees bent towards you. And from here, lifting up that side waist. So our side waist is gently lifted. Place the hand into the mat so you get that lift. We're gonna let that left knee lift up and then lower. So it's gonna lift up from that hip. I'm gonna straight line from my head through the tailbone. From here, I'm gonna, on the way back down, I'm gonna turn my knee in to kiss the other knee and then open and then let my heels kiss, okay? So there's a boom and boom. So I'm going through this internal rotation and external rotation of my hip. See what I mean? And open. Yes, see if you can find that. Internal and external. We're gonna inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And 1 more time. And exhale. We're going to stay here. Keep those heels together. Close as you exhale. Inhale. Almost like you're squeezing deeper as you close. Inhale. And like you're drawing everything into center. Inhale. And 1 more time. Inhale. All right, we're going to go ahead and lift that top leg up. The foot is flexed. So it's like I'm in a squat almost. If I were standing like a chair pose, like I'm hinging back into a chair. I'm doing a hip hinge, but I'm on my side. From here, exhale, push that leg back. So if I were standing, it'd be in a single leg stance. This leg would be up, this leg would be long. Inhale, bend, and exhale, reach. So it's just a pretty easy functional movement. We're on the side. Keep that head pressed back, okay? Please don't let that head come forward. I'm using my hands as a little tactile response to keep my head back over top of the rest of the body. So it's not coming forward. I'm pushing this leg, this foot directly under me. Inhale, like I'm pushing a heavy weight away from me. 2 more. Reach. 1 more time. Reach, reach, reach. We're gonna hold, hold, hold. Push that leg a little longer. Hold. Lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. 2 more. Use that breath. You've got it. Very good. All right, now we're going to make a circle. So I'm going to point through the toe. I'm going to go forward, down almost like I grabbed a strap with my toes and I'm pulling it back behind me. So you're pulling back behind you, up and around. And again, pull back behind you, up and around. And last 2 of these. And one more time. Last but not least, I'm going to swing that leg to you. I'm going to kick twice through my heel, pull once through those toes. So inhale, pull. And inhale. And again, kick twice. You're getting a little hamstring release, pull. And one more time, and pull, pull, pull. Good job. You can go ahead and bring both knees to you. Take your hand in front of you. You're going to circle it out and around and go all the way through a little rotation here. Deep breath in. Let that hand come back to your side like you're a clock, right? I'm swinging the arm of my clock over and around, and it's going to take my torso through this twist or through this rotation, and then I'm going to come back through. That palm goes down, and then my palm flips as I go around. Then my palm comes down again. See if you can find that, you guys, because I'm trying to affect the movement of the shoulder there. One more time. Come all the way back through. Let's reverse direction this time. So go this way, let that palm open, and again, swing around. And one more time here, open, swing. Good. Now this time I just want to pull your hand to your shoulder and go through a little rotation, and you can reach the arm long if you want to. For those of you who want to, you can also take your leg, the top leg, and reach it out in front of you. Place your hand on top of that leg and just breathe for a second. So deep breath in and exhale. Now if that's too much, you don't have to do it. That can be too much for some people. You don't have to do that. And then go ahead and roll all the way over onto your back. And again, if you want to rock those knees from side to side, you can do so. It feels really good. And we're just going to go ahead and come over and do the same thing other side. Sometimes in classes in the studio, I'll get people to stand up between doing the sides so they can really feel a difference, see what happens side to side. I'm not going to have you do that today, but if you want to stand up at home, put it on pause, stand up, see what you feel like side to side. All right, so we're going to start with the sideways gently lifted. My head's in line with my tailbone, and my knees are toward me, so they're just slightly forward of the hips. My feet are under my knees. From here, lift that top leg up and back down. So inhale. And again, exhale to open. And again. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to internally rotate that knee, kiss the knees together, kiss the heels together. Inhale. And again, inhale. So see if you can get that internal and external rotation going of that hip. See what that feels like. Feel pretty good. It's hard, I know. There's a lot of that rotation can be really hard in one direction. Some people this is easy, some people this is easy. So one direction is going to probably be a little harder than the other. Good. And now last time, keep the heels together. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. And again, exhale to squeeze. Inhale, float. Inhale, float. Keep those heels together. Inhale. One more time. I know you're feeling this. Now we're going to let that leg come straight up. It's going to be in line with the other leg, just like you're in a deep hip hinge or a squat. And as you exhale, push so you're in a single leg stance. That leg's directly under my body. Inhale, bend the knee to you, and exhale like you're pressing a weight away from you. Push. Inhale back. And again, inhale. And push, push, push. Think of elongating through the heel, really getting nice and long and strong. And last two. One more time. We're going to hold this leg here. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And we're going to lift and lower. Keep that hip still and lower. Inhale. And again, exhale. And 3 more. Good job, you guys. One more time. We're going to hold this leg here. We're going to make a circle. So I'm going to pull back, swing forward, and pull back and around. Again, like I grabbed a strap with my foot and I'm pulling it back behind me. Everything stays still though. So I'm really working on the length of the back of that leg. Pull back. And last 2. One more time, pull. Now we're gonna flex the heel forward, forward, and point to pull. So I'm not tucking my tailbone under in this. I'm staying nice and long through my torso. The movement's in the hip joint. So I just swing, swing, and pull. So it's all right here. I'm not changing my spine. And last one of these, and pull, 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 and now go ahead and place that leg all the way down. Reach the hand out in front of you, and you're gonna take the palm down and go through this long rotation. It should feel really good. Flip that palm. Palm goes to the ground. I'm gonna roll over so the palm goes toward the ceiling, and then the palm goes toward me again, toward the ground as I come back through. So there's a flip of that palm at some point through this motion. Come all the way back. And again, inhale, flip, and let's do one more time. Inhale to flip. Let your head go along with this motion. Let's do a few the other direction. We're gonna go this way and come back through. Last time here, flip, come back through. Good, now draw that hand towards your shoulder, go through rotation, deep breath in, and exhale, reach. And one more time, inhale, open, and exhale to reach. Okay, I'm gonna grab my Flexband again. I'm gonna roll over onto my back. So roll all the way over onto your back. We're not gonna use it quite yet. For now, I'm gonna draw both of my knees toward me. Both knees are here. I'm gonna exhale, draw my knees closer to me. My hands go right to the sides of my head, elbows are open. So from here, I'm gonna exhale, draw the elbows toward one another, chin to chest, roll into like a little ball shape as I draw my knees closer to me. Inhale, come out of that, elbows open. So again, I'm exhaling, draw those knees closer, closer to you as you fold into this little ball shape. Inhale to open. And again, exhale, curl, inhale. If this is too much for anyone, keep your feet on the ground and you can just curl up with that upper body. Inhale, come back down, and exhale, curl, inhale. So again, you're thinking like one vertebra at a time and you're drawing those knees to you if you can. Inhale, and last time, exhale, deepen, 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 come all the way back down. Now keep those knees right there. I'm gonna reach my left leg long to the ceiling and my right leg's gonna go low to the floor here. I'm gonna curl up, place my hands behind that left knee. I'm gonna pull, pull as I press with my other leg. So there's a pull and press and switch, and switch. So one leg's pressing down as the other leg's coming to me. Those elbows stay nice and broad. You're staying through that chin to chest and that press back of the head. So you definitely aren't gonna let your chin go up toward the ceiling. For those of you who are more advanced, you can add a heel press and point of the toes if you want between that. You don't have to, but you can. And let's do a few more each side. Scissors. And last time, bring both knees to you, roll into like a ball shape, come all the way back down, and you can release. Feet on the ground, lift both hips straight up to the ceiling. Okay, take a deep breath in. And exhale all the way back down again. Good job. Again, you can move those knees from side to side. All right, last but not least, I'm gonna take this band, put it directly under my foot, press the foot to the ceiling, and I'm gonna give myself a little tug so I get a little stretch through the back of that leg. And push. Just see if you can get that little stretch. From here, I'm gonna take my left leg, reach it long, lower the right leg to the ground, point to lift it back up. So as you exhale, flex that heel down and away. Inhale. So I have some strength here in this band. Notice my elbows stay still. My hands are not going with the band. I see this all the time. So I want these hands to stay still so it gives me feedback through the band. So push that heel down on the way down. Your left leg is pushing into the floor. Point through the toes on the way back up. And then one more time, push and hinge. Now from here, I'm going to lower down about halfway. Just bend the knee to you and push away. And again, inhale and then one more time. Inhale and exhale. Reach that leg all the way up to the ceiling. Let it open out to the side. Deep breath in here. And exhale. Cross the leg. Give yourself a little stretch. And come all the way back through. Let's switch legs real quickly. We're almost done, you guys. So again, you're just going to hold on to that. Give yourself a little tug through the heel. Just feel that stretch. You can point the toe if you want to, and then press again. Point and press. Keep a little strength here. One more time. And now on the next one, pull that heel down to the ground. Point through the toes on the way up. And again, inhale to lift. The other leg can go long. Sorry, I didn't take that other leg long yet. Take that other leg all the way long. And again, so good for you guys. Love these little bit of neural stretches, giving yourself some feedback with that band. And one more time here. Come back up, go about halfway, bend, and push into that band. Get a long reach and push. We're going to lengthen that leg straight up to the ceiling. Take that leg out to the side. Give yourself an inner leg stretch. Breathe. Cross the body and give yourself a little tug here. So you get that outer leg, that IT band. And then come all the way back through. And go ahead and lie down on the ground. Arms out to the side. Deep breath in. And exhale. Take your fingertips, place them right at the base of your skull. And you might find a little knot around there somewhere. If you do, go ahead and take your fingertips and create a little circular motion around that. Just give yourself a little bit of rub through the lower part of your skull that feels tight. You can go around your ears, around your jawline. Use your fingertips to just roll out some of that tension or tightness that's in that connective tissue in your skull. And then draw your chin to chest and place your head back down. Deep breath in. And exhale. And last deep breath here, inhaling. And exhale. And when you're ready, you can go ahead and roll all the way over onto your side and sit back up. And thank you for coming. And I hope you enjoyed that class. Let me know if you have any questions or feedback. Thanks so much, you guys. Bye.